Like many other girls in Niger, Adiza helps her mother with the daily tasks of life. She fetches water from the well close to her home. She works with her sister, pounding millet into flour. She helps to keep the house clean. She has become a great cook and enjoys preparing meals for the whole family. But it hasn't always been so good for Adiza. Up until about 4 years ago, she rarely came out of her house. When she did, the children of the village would laugh at her and tease her. This made her sad and angry, and she would run back to the safety of her house. No one knew what she was feeling inside. No one knew what was going on in her heart and mind. People could see her, but they did not know her or how much she hurt inside.
Even as a small baby, we noticed that she did not respond to loud noises around her, and we realized that she was deaf. As she grew older, we kept her inside the house, isolated from the outside world. There was never any thought of trying to send her to school. No one in our community would have ever believed that someone who was deaf could learn how to read or write. I don't think it would have been possible to find any school or teacher that would accept her. I came to accept the idea that Adiza would be a sad and lonely person, hidden away inside our home for the rest of her life.
In many countries today, children who are born with disabilities are hidden away by their parents. The shame that many parents feel when they have a disabled child means that they will do their best to hide the child away, even from their neighbors. Because of cultural or even religious beliefs, parents of a child with disabilities may be seen as being cursed for having done something bad. In many rural villages, children with disabilities are discriminated against. They are looked down on. They are teased and mocked by the other children. Some adults will avoid having contact with a disabled child out of awkwardness or even fear. Because of these attitudes, children with disabilities have found it very difficult to get an education, get a job, get married, have a family, or live a fulfilling life.
In Niger, when a child is born with a disability like blindness or deafness, they are looked down upon. They are often treated very badly, not much different than an animal. They are fed, but are kept hidden away, even from neighbors. Some are taken out to the streets to beg during the day, but locked up in the home at night, out of sight from the community. If a child is disabled, it is believed that they will be a burden on the family for as long as they live. All of that changed when ADRA started the Inclusion Project here. One of the goals of the project is to bring disabled children out of their dark rooms and integrate them into regular classrooms with other children. That has not been such an easy task, given the attitudes and stigma that everyone had about disabilities. But working together with ADRA and their partners, we have done it. I think one of the reasons for the success of the project is that ADRA had already been working here for a number of years, helping us build up our elementary education system. This has really helped build the trust of the parents and the community elders. ADRA built schools, drilled boreholes, installed latrines, trained teachers, and provided books and learning materials. All of this has made a huge difference for our community.
But of course, the real challenge was to convince the parents to send their kids to the new schools. Before ADRA started working here, most parents just preferred to keep their children at home to help them work on the farms and in the home. But ADRA took the time to educate parents and community leaders on the importance of sending their children to school, including their girls. I was surprised. Parents began cancelling weddings and instead were sending their daughters to school. And then, as if that was not enough, about 3 years ago, ADRA started the inclusion project that began to sensitize parents, teachers, and community leaders that children with disabilities have the same human rights as other children and should also be brought to school.
ADRA sent me and some of the teachers here back to school for training on how to educate children with disabilities. At first, I was a little skeptical about the whole idea. I never thought that I would be able to teach children who were deaf and blind. I even wondered if it was possible for them to learn much. But then, as I took the training, my whole mindset was changed. I saw this in a whole new light. I began to understand how important this work was. I have learned Braille and sign language. Now I really enjoy working with the students in my class who have disabilities. Adiza is one of my students. I have been amazed at how much progress she has made at our school. I remember when she first came, she was very cautious and reserved. I think she was afraid that the other children would tease her and be mean to her. But ADRA had even planned for that and had sensitized the children of the school about children with disabilities and how they have the same value and rights as them. Once Adiza found that the teachers and students were kind and nice and wanted to help her and be her friend, she really blossomed. It was amazing to watch her discover a whole new world. She quickly learned how to use sign language and is now teaching all of the other students in the class how to sign. She does all of her assignments and is now in grade 4.
Since she can't hear your questions or talk very well, let me tell you the story of my sister, Adiza. As she was growing up, she was not able to communicate at all. She just sat around the house, not really like a person. She was just a body in the background of our lives. It was like she had given up trying to get people to know her or understand her. She was not included in the games that the other children played. No one even dreamed that she could go to school. She was very often frustrated. She quarreled a lot and would get very angry if anyone teased her. But since she started going to school, it's like she's become a whole new person. She has learned to read and write. She knows her numbers. She has learned how to communicate with the world through signing. She is so excited about it that she's teaching everyone else how to sign. Every morning before school, she has a group of younger children come to our house and she teaches them all the things that she has learned. They love it. They laugh and have fun together. They admire her and look up to her.
Adiza also got a hearing aid through the project. When she has it on, she can hear some sounds. She reacts when she hears her name. She can hear the phone ring. Because of this, her talking has improved a lot. I have also learned how to sign, and for the first time, I can now talk with my daughter. What a change this has made in our family. Adiza is so happy now. She has made so many new friends, both at school and here at home.
ADRA has made such a difference here. Before, we had 200 students coming to school. Now we have 860 students. We have so many coming that we have had to build temporary classrooms. Together with ADRA, we have already rehabilitated some of the old classrooms, but we still need many more new classrooms to meet our needs. I really do not have the words to express my gratitude to the people of Norway for helping us here. You have done so much. You have built the schools, you have provided the books, you have trained the teachers, you have changed the lives of the children here. It has many times, over the years, brought me tears of joy.
May God bless you for helping us here. We live so far away from Norway, and yet You have come and done so much to help us. I thank you so much, and Adiza thanks you. God bless you.